Hola, ¿qué tal estamos? Bueno, primero tendría que cambiar el nombre del streaming, ¿no? A ver, voy a hacer eso. Lo primero. Aquí, aquí. Está muted, ¿vale? Vale. Hecho. Vale. Un momento, gente. Vale, a ver. ¿Qué pasa aquí? Porque esto, vale, esto se está moviendo, perfecto. El nombre de directo está cambiado, es Steins 2. Ha salido, chat, ha salido preview de Limbus Company del capítulo 6.5. A ver, Limbus Company. Me ha dicho mi novia que le tengo que mencionar, así que hola, rocch. A ver, Limbus Company, Project Moon, mejor, ¿no? Project Moon oficial. No ha salido aquí, ha salido... Ah, vale. No, vale, pero no ha salido. Sale en 15 minutos. ¿No? Sí, sale en 15 minutos. Bueno, pues ya me lo veré entonces. Vale, voy a compartir el link por sitios. Pum. Por aquí también, de hecho, venga. Y por aquí, por aquí. Vale. Perfecto. Entonces esto lo quito. Seguramente juegue en streaming el canto de 6.5 de Limbus Company. Voy avisando, voy a abrir el jueguito ya, voy a abrir Steins Gate. Aquí está. Me está fallando últimamente el ratón, pero como el juego se puede jugar enteramente en teclado, me da un poquito igual, la verdad. Vale, vamos a cambiar la escena. Debería de funcionar sola, pero... Vale, ahí está. Vale. El volumen no lo he tocado desde ayer, entonces debería de estar bien, porque estoy mirando. En general sí que lo noto un poco bajo como concepto, pero bueno, subirle el volumen al PC y ya está. Poco más puedo hacerle. Hoy sí que voy a estar leyendo bastante de los diálogos, si no todos. Me he preparado agüita. Help. ¿Esto qué es? Esto te explica cómo jugar. Ah, esto te explica cómo jugar. Scroll text and list. Back system menu. Ah, vale, font trigger. Skip system menu. Vale, está todo en los Fs. Vale, esto es con mando, que no estamos jugando con mando porque no tengo el mando. Ay, he cerrado el juego sin querer, porque es lo que hace el escape. Putada. No me acostumbro. Vale. No sé cuánto jugaré. Yo creo que como la última vez jugaré 1 hora y poco o así. Son las 12:10 hora española ahora mismo. Entonces... Como mucho, mucho, mucho 2 horas. Pero no sé si llegaré a jugar 2 horas. No quiero... Extra. Tenemos en tips, tenemos un montón nuevos, ¿no? Ah, bueno, nuevos. Sí, mira, tenemos alpaca. Había alguno que me interesaba, como el Bamboo Helicam. Por ejemplo, los Future Gadgets sí que me interesaban. As I see the camera mounted to a bamboo toy helicopter. The camera is attached to a helicopter's fulcrum, allowing it to record aerial footage unpowered. However, the image is rotating at high speed, so you might get dizzy if you keep looking at it. Name originates from the sci-fi manga 22 Emon. Beat Particle Gun, el número 1. The very first future gadget, a toy ray gun with a TV remote jammed inside. You can change channels by pointing it at the TV and pulling the trigger. However, the only support button is Channel Plus. No other buttons like volume are usable. To turn the TV on, you must manually flip the switch on the TV. Its name is a reference to the classic Japanese robot anime Mobile Jacket Gumbam. No es Gundam, es Gunbam. Entiendo. Vale, Capsule Toy sé lo que es. Chunibyo sé lo que es. Cool Disbior ahora, esto es una referencia, sí. A lie detector based on the thumb perspiration. Though it might be more appropriate to call it a sweet detector, you have to admit it's a pretty clever invention. Its name is a reference to the classic manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Silver Saber. Vale. Un momento, chat, tengo sueño. Future Gadget number 6. A red chemical glow stick with a handle attached, allowing one to grip it like a sword. May possibly not just with Future Gadget laboratory hardware, but also with chemical knowledge. Inspired by the Spark Wars, a series of epic sci-fi movies. Vale. Entonces, este de aquí es a Gundam. Y este de aquí, 22 Emon, no sé a qué hace referencia. 22 Emon. 21 Emon. Puede ser. Lo estoy buscando. 21 Emon es un manga de ciencia ficción. O sea que yo creo que sí que puede ser. Vale. Bueno. Vamos ahí. Clear list. El prólogo solo, ¿no? ¿Entiendo? No, vale, esto es como los finales. Álbum Achievement Rate. Tengo 8 de 189 tips. ¿8 tips? No, tengo más tips. Tengo como que leérmelos para que cuenten. Dory. Vale, me interesa lo del @channel. ¿Eso dónde está? En symbol, ¿no? Sí, @channel. Fictional Japan's most popular message board covers a wide variety of topics. Sí, esto es como el 4chan. Vale. Hands-on the rule governing the placement of an atom's electrons. Orbitals. Vale. Ghost in the Ball es Ghost in the Shell, claramente. A gadget. Esto como. Vale, por aquí. A gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors in a sphere. Small CMOS cameras are installed in the gaps between the monitors, each connected to the monitor on the opposite side of the sphere. This attempt at practical optical camouflage in the greatest masterpiece among the completed future gadgets, but its sheer size makes it difficult to start. Its name is derived from the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Husk, which has an anime adaptation, que es Ghost in the Shell, claramente. Once again, created by combining a dryer and a vacuum, the dryer is operated using the excess of the vacuum. Its name is reference to the popular anime Lupin's the Third, es Lupin III, entiendo. Mode Snake. An instant superhumidifier uses electric heating coils to quickly boil a large volume of water. This generates enough steam to fill a room of 12 square meters, though it can only be operated continuously for a few seconds. It looks like a claymore landmine, which appeals to military otaku. Its name is a reference to the stealth action game Metal Moa Solid Rising, que es Metal Gear Solid Rising. Ay, agüita. Vale. Microwave oven. Otaku, Offline Meat, Judy Girl, Subahaka, The System, Moe, John Titor, el mítico John Titor, Rainet Kakero, True Name y The Organization. New. Vale, pero todos estos ya están leídos. Unread. Cosplay. Vale. Y con esto están todos. No, ¿no? Sí parece que están todos. Vale, sí, hay que leérselos para que cuenten. Tenemos 32 tips. Vale, vamos a cargar entonces. Load o quick load, da igual. Voy a darle al load. Time travel paranoia, horita y media. Load this data, sí. Me gusta mucho la interfaz también. En plan, no es como la mejor interfaz que he visto nunca en un videojuego, pero me parece bastante buena, realmente. Un momento, chat, estoy comprobando una cosa. ¿Qué estaba haciendo yo? Vale, aquí. Un momento. Ahora abro esto y abro esto. Vale. Such softness that bodies don't feel like this. Not that I ever touched one. Vale, sí, lo dejamos aquí cuando apareció esta chavala. Ey. Wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulder before being pressed away. And I still doubt that she had substance? That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at the Radican? What was that scream I heard? Perdón, gente, estoy un poco dormidito, entonces me va a costar un poco leer. Were they hallucinations? Just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. Vale, no me lo esperaba. I grabbed the hem of her blouse and slowly lifted it. Are you trying to get yourself arrested? I just want to know the truth. I stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger and lifts her blouse a little higher. What truth? You perv? You stupid? Wanna die? She pushes my hand away. Luis Chan's famous line for the win. Daru showed something silly, but I know him and pressed Kurisu. I know what I saw. No way, did you just see my underwear? Kurisu's face turns bright red. She firmly puts her blouse down. No, you fool, not that. Early this afternoon, after Dr. Nakamachi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. No? ¿Se pronuncia? I carefully explain everything that I saw. Wait, Dr. Nakamachi? What are you talking about, Ogarin? Dr. Nakamachi's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah, because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance, but your story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me, my name is Hoin Kyoma. Really, man, you're hopeless. Okay, Hoin-san, I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memory doesn't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall. Makise-san, it's almost time. Huh? Oh, right, thank you. Bostezo. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads toward the small conference room. We should go to. Go where? To hear the lecture, Ah, that. Now follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Marise Kurisu need to attend a lecture like this? No, ella es la que la da. Estúpido. Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius, Marise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 19 a few days ago. Tiene 18, let's go! I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at AETIF. I'd forgotten all about it. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I returned her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever, I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radican how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection. Mítica referencia a la saga de videojuegos Ace Attorney. Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Okay, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daryl throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay, it's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. Perdón por mi pronunciación, gente. De golpe dos. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject.
界中の科学者たちがタイムトラベルについての理論を提唱してきました。主な理論だけでも11に及びます。
Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I have heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. The 11 theories. First, neutron star theory. Second, black hole theory. 3, light speed theory. 4, tachyon theory. 5, wormhole theory. 6, exotic matter theory. 7, cosmic string theory. 8, quantum gravity theory. 9, cesium laser theory. 10, elementary particle ring and laser theory. And 11, Dirac antiparticle theory. Not bad. Perhaps Makise is a worth rival after all. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, where someone comes up with a 12th model, se diría, no sé cómo se pronuncia eso, no te voy a mentir. Ah, right, well. It could be contradicted by the 13th model. No cool unit? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors and giving me hard look from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I shall back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a planet headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person will be about 100 millionth of a second farther into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours will elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you will jump one day into the future. Understand? Oh, Inkyuma? Why are you singling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like my Sekuriso want to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now Professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makise Kuriso's example isn't strictly time travel per se. But I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience.
そうですね。
Yes, you're right. The genius girl rudely concedes the point. If she were a normal 18 years old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18 years old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Makise Kurisu is giving off an aura of goodness that says, I can take this guy on.
では過去には行けるのかな。
Then what about going to the past?
過去にだって今すぐ行けますよ。夜になったら望遠鏡で空を覗いてみてください。何万年も前の光を見ることができるでしょ。
Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you?
それもへりくつですよ。
That's not time travel either. This time, it's an every student who objects.
まあ、今までのは前
Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now?
例えば実際に皆さんが体ごと過去や未来へ行くことができるようなタイムマシンを作るにはまず何が必要か考えてみましょう。
Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need?
代表的なところだと宇宙紐理論かワームホール理論かな。
The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes.
宇宙紐というのは超巨大な質量を持つ紐みたいな形のひび割れです。
A cosmic string is a string-shaped service with extreme mass. String-shaped crevice, no sé, no. Voy a buscar qué es eso. Crevice. Crevice meaning a narrow opening of fissure, especially. Ah, es como una. Como una grieta, ¿no? Se pone aquí en hendidura, pero es un poquito como una grieta, entiendo yo. That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist?
ひびの幅は素粒子と同じぐらいで長さは最低でも銀河系と同じくらいと思っていただければいいです。
The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of the galaxy.
これは巨大な質量であるがゆえに時空を歪める性質を持っているんです。その歪んだ時空を紐を中心にあなたがぐるっと一周すると360度以内で回りきることができる。
It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees.
要するにワープみたいなことができるということ。これ時空の角度欠損って言います。
In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit.
角度欠損しているところを通過するとそこは欠損しちゃってますので通過時間はゼロになる。
When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit time becomes zero.
これを応用して宇宙紐が高速に近い速さで運動しているとき
Now we apply this to a cosmic string, move it at near light speed.
相対性理論により宇宙紐の時間は周囲より遅くなるから歪んでいる角度欠損の領域を通過すると本来ゼロだった通過時間がマイナスになる。
According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit will cause the transit time to become negative instead of zero.
つまり通過後の方が過去になっているわけ。
In other words, you will arrive in past after transit.
で、2本の宇宙紐を使って空間欠損ジャンプを行い元の地点まで周回するように戻ってくるとちょうど周回を開始したのと同じ時間に戻ってくることができる。
If you use two cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving.
ざっくり言っちゃうと、それが宇宙紐理論によるタイムトラベルです。
And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic
ちなみに
strings.
誤解しないでほしいのは、宇宙紐理論は超紐理論とは別物ということです。
By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as super strings.
というわけで、宇宙紐理論で過去へ行くために用意するものは3つ。
Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings.
その1、宇宙紐。これは2つ必要です。あ、ちなみに宇宙紐って生まれたばかりの宇宙にしかないという過程なので、探すのはかなり骨が折れるかも。
First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find.
その2、仮に宇宙紐を見つけてきたら、それを光に近い速さで運動させるためのエネルギーが必要です。
Second, you will need the energy required to make them move them at near light speed. To make them. Ahí sobra un them, ¿no? You will need the energy required to make them move at near light speed. Sí, creo que sobra un them. No estoy seguro, quizá no.
同じ長さのひび割れを光並みに加速させるには、どのくらいのエネルギーがいるんでしょうね。少なくとも 1.21 ジゴワット以上なのは確かです。
How much energy do you think you need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. This honors a few chuckles from the oceans.
その3、宇宙紐があるところまで行って戻ってくるための宇宙船。タイムトラベルする人はこれに乗らないといけません。
Third, you'd need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course.
どうですホーインさん。宇宙紐理論でのタイムトラベル、挑戦できると思いますか？
What do you think, Hoin-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's impossible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who drew this time.
ホーインさんは宇宙紐理論には挑戦したくないようですね。
Looks like Hoin-san doesn't want to take the challenge.
だったらもう一つ例に挙げたワームホール理論はどうです？こちらは宇宙紐理論よりはもうちょっと現実的かもしれません。
In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings.
ところでホーインさん、ワームホールってどんな？
Hija de puta, oye, relaja, ¿no? By the way, Hoin-san, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered.
空間に開いた抜け道のようなものだろう。
It's like a shortcut to space, right?
ね、そうです。
Yes, that's correct. Phew, I was right. I say in world in relief.
2つの穴があって、それはトンネルでつながっている。トンネルは通過時間ゼロで通り抜けられる。2つの穴がどれだけ離れていてもね。
There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0.
だけど、ここで残念なお知らせ。ワームホールのトンネルは超重力がかかっていて、開通すると同時に潰れちゃいます。
But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens.
だから、かかる重力を無効化するために何らかの細工をしなくちゃダメなの。
So we need something to negate the effect of gravity.
いわゆるエキゾチック物質。これはマイナスの重さを持つ物質で重力に反発するんです。
So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like. Kurisu raises her right fist.
こうやってむぎゅーっとグーを作ってる状態がワームホールのトンネルです。
Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist.
ここを通るためには手の中に私が握ろうとする力に反発する何かを作ってむぎゅーっとできなくしないとダメということですね。
In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my first grab in force, so that I can't squish anymore. Kurisu opened her fist.
エキゾチック物質を注入してワームホールを安定させれば瞬間移動は可能になります。でもタイムトラベルをするにはそこからもう一手間必要。
If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes become possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort.
ここでは仮にワームホールの入り口側の穴がこの秋葉原に、出口側にある穴が LA にあるとしましょう。
For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara and the exit is in Los Angeles.
まず LA にある穴を光に近い速さで宇宙の果てまで飛ばしちゃってください。そして果てまで行ったらすぐに LA に引っ張り戻す。
First, we send the wormhole in Los Angeles all the way to the end of the universe at near of the speed of light. And once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How?
相対性理論により光の速さで動くと時間は遅く流れる。 LA に戻ってきた穴は秋葉原にある穴よりも過去にあるということになります。
According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returns to LA will be farther in the past than the Akihabara hole.
というわけでその状
Entiendo.
態でホーイさんがワームホールに飛び込んだら
Y no nos deja en paz, ¿eh?
いけるでしょう。
So now, if Howinson jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left.
でもこの時点ではまだタイムトラベルをしたことにはなりません。疑似的なタイムトラベルです。いわゆる浦島効果ね。
However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect.
重要なのはこの後 LA から秋葉原にもう一度ワームホールを通って戻ること。そうするとその通過時間はゼロなので
The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more. Since the transit time is zero,
ホーイさんは数年前の秋葉原に戻ってくるわけです。
Howinson will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete.
ワームホ
Hostia.
ール理論に必要なものは宇宙紐より楽ですよ。
Me siento un poco como, o sea, yo juro que lo estoy entendiendo, pero me siento un poco como un tío de un podcast al que le están explicando algo que claramente no tiene sentido y que claramente no entiendo. El tío está como, qué locura. Pero yo lo estoy entendiendo, porque yo ya he visto esto en otros sitios. The projects from wormhole time travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic stream travel.
その1、ワームホールそのもの。この宇宙のどこかにもしかしたらあるかもしれません。見つけた人はまだ誰もいませんが。
First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one.
その2、ワームホールの穴を光並みの速さで宇宙の果てまで往復させることのできるエネルギー。
Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed.
その3、エキゾチック物質。ちなみにこれ、実在は確認されてません。
Third, exotic matter, which by the way has not been confirmed to exist. So implementation of either one will require a ridiculous amount of effort.
バカらしいと最初に言った理由は分かってもらえましたか？
Now do you see what I mean when I say that time travel is an absurd concept?
タイムトラベルの理論はどれも思考実験です。それらの理論からでは実際にタイムマシンを作ることはできないということ。それが私からの回答です。
Time travel theories are just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer.
もっと簡単なものはないんですか？例えば作
机の引き出しを開けるだけで使えるものとか。
Isn't there anything simpler, like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something? Referencia a Doraemon.
ないですね。
I'm afraid not. A firm declaration.
結局現代の物理学じゃそこが限界。10年後にはどうなってるかわかりませんが。
This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though.
それに仮にもっと簡単に過去へ行ける方法が発見されたとしても、実際に行けるとは限らない。
Besides, even if somewhere did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working.
因果率に関する根本的な問題が解決されていませんから。
And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved.
タイムパラドックス。質量保存の法則。
You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass? The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading in a book, not a truly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though.
質量保存の法則を宇宙のようなマクロレベル、あるいは原子や素粒子などのミクロレベルの仕組みに当てはめるのは誤りです。
A ver, un momento, tengo que dejar a mi gato salir, chat. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macrosystems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? Ah, she's looking at my reaction. That little. How mortifying.
あれは化学反応に対する法則でしかないから。現代物理学においては全く成立しない。
Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all.
無から有は生み出せますから。
Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing.
では何が問題となるのかね。
Then, what is the problem?
タイムパラドックスはタイムパラドックスでも、親殺しのパラドックスの方です。
The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Esta me la conozco. Esta sé cuál es. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born?
そのパラドックスの解が導き出されない限り、タイムトラベルは実現できない。絶対に。
As long as these paradoxes go unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never.
殺さなければいいんじゃないの？
What if you just don't kill them?
そんな単純な問題じゃありません。SF 映画と同じように考えるのはとても危険です。あなたが消えるだけじゃ済まされない。
You can think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous.
矛盾が生じることは因果率の崩壊、相対性理論の崩壊、さらにはこの世のすべての物理法則の崩壊を意味するのよ。
Any paradox, no matter how small, will cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence.
パラドックスは理論上の思考実験に過ぎない。現実に起きることはないし、起きてはいけないことなんです。
Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality. And they should not. Chusco, hola, ¿te está gustando? Me está gustando mucho. Me está gustando bastante. Es muy entretenida y muy interesante. O sea, ya me vi el anime, ¿no? Entonces, realmente muchas cosas ya las sé, pero no me acuerdo de casi nada. Así que hay muchas otras cosas que no me sé.
だから、たとえ 0.00001% でも起きる可能性のあるどんな行動も絶対に実行には移せない。そう考える方が自然じゃないですか？
Nothing that has even a 0.00001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Will you say this is the logical conclusion?
多世界解釈や自己無矛盾の原理っていう抜け道もありますが、個人的にはファンタジーすぎると思うので認めたくないですね。
There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds or the self-consistence principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. I ended up listening to Kurisu's lecture at A8F. After the two time travel theories introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was impressive lecture, so impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year old first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, Izumaki Sekuri is dead, and yet she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurisu. My conversation with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion, it never happened. But never say never. This left me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru at the AF, I head to to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exercise. I usually doubt that Makise Kurisu at the AF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanada River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manseibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Lukaku took a moment. Kanda Myojin is the most famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately choose this one. The shrine is so small you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. It's Ocarine! Toot-toot-oo! There are two girls standing in the front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Urushibara Luka. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right, son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. Good afternoon, Okabe-san. He bows his head. The voice of a girl, the manners of a girl, more feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. Legs standing in micro rolls, but he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning, but he's a guy. It's almost evening, just still hot as hell outside. But he's... Eso ya no tenía sentido, ¿eh? Those cicadas con shadow, but he's a guy.
ルカ子よ、お前、俺が与えた刀はどうした？
Lukaku, that blade I gave you, what happened to it? He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukaku. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in a Cuban pedestrian healing. It also so happens that Lukaku and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Lukaku is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flash face and tear in his eyes.
妖刀さみだれのことですよね。
You mean Demon's Word Samidara?
そうだ。あれはお前の力を制御するために買ってやったのだぞ。
Correct. I bought it for you so you can learn to control your power.
ああ、秋葉の武器屋本舗で買ったやつでしょ。980円だっけ。
Oh yeah, you bought it at Bladeworks, right? I think you said it cost 980.
マユリ、以上言うと奴らに消されるぞ。この件については口を出すな。
Don't say another word. Anymore, they will come to silence you.
消されちゃうの？おかり、心配してくれてありがとう。でも、奴らって誰かな？
They're going to silence me? Thanks for worrying about me. Thanks for worrying about me, Okarin. But who are they? Ignore Mayuri's question.
それで妖刀さみだれはちゃんと使っているのだ。
So, Lukaku, are you making sure to practice with Samidare like I told you?
はい。1日1回は素振りを。
Yes, I do practice swings once a day.
あれを持ち、精神三昧を極めさえすれば、お前、己の内にある邪悪な炎に焼かれずに済む。
As long as you carry it and master the Seishin Sanma school of workmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon's Word Samidare may be an imitation's word, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one word it well it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included.
あんな素敵なものをプレゼントしてもらえて、岡部さんには感謝しています。
Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present.
俺は岡部ではない。
My name isn't Okabe.
おかりんだよ。
It's Okarin.
ごめんなさい、京馬さん。
I'm sorry, Kyoma-san.
分かればいいのだ。では、合言葉。
As long as you understand. Now, speak the words.
エルサイコンガリウ？
El Psy Kongaru?
違う、コンガ流ではなく、コングルーだ。
No, not Kongaru. Konguru.
はい。エルサイコングルー。
El Psy Konguru.
これでいいですか？
Did I get it right? Lukaku smiles happily as I nod.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Such a lovely smile. But he's ugly.
美しい師弟関係だね。マユシーは不女子じゃないけど、ちょっとドキドキしてきちゃうよ。
Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayushi is not a Fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited.
マユリちゃん、変な想像しないで。
Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine some such things. Yes. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship, I, Hou and Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to brainwash teach Lukaku about the evil conspiracies that rule the world, and how to resist them. That stuff about Demon's Word Samidor is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukaku is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. That he does have the weaknesses of not catching on too quickly and being too shy.
それで、なぜマユリはここにいる？
What are you doing here, Mayura?
ルカ君に会いに来たんだよ。
I came to see Lukaku.
来月のコミマでライネットのキラリちゃんこそしてほしいってずっと頼んでるのに一人もしてくれないんだよ。
Komima's coming up for next month, and I want him to cosplay as Kirai-chan from Rainet, but he won't say yes.
だってコスプレするなんて僕恥ずかしいよ。
But explain, that's just too embarrassing for me.
でもルカ君は絶対似合うと思うんだ。
But I'm sure you look great in it.
こんな可愛い子が女の子のはずがないって大人気になるよ。ねえ、しようよ、コスプレデビュー。
The phrase someone this cute can't be a girl is really popular, you know? Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Lukaku as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man would want to dress like a girl, but come on, Lukaku has no problem wearing micro-robes. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever, I have business to take care of.
そんなくだらないことは後でやるな。
Save the trivial stuff for later.
マユシにとっては大事なことだもん。
But it's really important to my wishes,
俺にとってはくだらないことなのだ。
and it's trivial to me.
それよりルカ子よ。俺がこの神社を訪ねたのは他でもない。お祓いを頼みたいのだが、やってもらえないだろうか。
Anyway, Lukaku, there's a good reason for me being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism.
お祓いですか？だからお父さんに。
An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait.
あ、いや、そこまで大げさにしなくていい。気休めでいいのだ。
No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kanda Shrine.
というわけで、例のあれを持ってこい。
So with that said, bring up the usual.
例のあれと言いますと、サミダレですか？
The usual? You mean Samidar?
違う。お祓いに用途は必要ないだろう。お祓いと言ったらあれに決まっている。
No, who the hell uses a demon's word for an exorcism? The user for an exorcism should be obvious.
正式な名称はわからんが、棒に白い紙がふさふさとついていて、神主がわさわさと振るやつだ。
I don't know what it's called, but it's a stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies that the priest does shaky thing with them.
今のオカリンの説明、ゆとりっぽいね。
That sounded very dumb, Ocarina. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri.
あ、おほぬさですね。でも、お父さん貸してくれるかな。
Oh, Yonusa. But I don't know if my father will lend it to me.
ちょっと聞いてきます。
I'll go ask him. Luka makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high-world girl to carry. Its name is Pockety. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure.
じゃあ、マユシーはこれからバイトだから、もう行くね。
Well, time for me to go to work.
そうか、頑張ってこい。バイトが終わったら直接帰るのか？
Do your best. You're going straight home afterwards? Yep. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying in the lab since summer break began.
というわけで、また明日ね。
See you tomorrow. Ay, no he leído eso. Duro.
マヨリ、お前はあの時ラジカンで男の悲鳴を聞いたの？
Tengo mensajes. Wait, Mayuri. Back at the Radican, you heard a man scream, right?
夢
Scream? Doo-doo-doo. Un momento, chat. Mayuri blinked several times and put her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile. When was that again?
今日の昼だ。
This afternoon.
聞いてないかな
I don't think I heard anything.
そうか。わかった。
Oh, well, alright.
変なオカリ
Ocarin's a widow.
じゃあねトゥットゥル
Bye bye. Doo-doo-doo. Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she paused at wave at least a half dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway.
岡部さんお待たせしました
Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukaku returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for.
借りることができましたよかったです
That let me borrow it, thank goodness.
まゆりちゃんは帰ったんですか
Did Mayuri-chan leave?
マユリはどうでもいいから、今すぐお祓いを始めるのだ、ルカ子よ。
Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at one, Lukaku.
はい僕でいいんでしょうかそもそも何に対するお祓いを
Okay, but do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exercising anyway? Lukaku is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a turbo chill shoots at my spine.
俺に取り付いた悪霊が。
It's the evil spirit in my arm. I wap my violently shaking wrist.
静まれ。不良よ。急げ、ルカ子。このままでは俺は乗っ取られる。
Be still, foul spirit! Hurry, Lukaku! It's trying to take over!
そんな岡部さんしっかりしてください
No way! Please hang in there, Okabe-san.
俺は岡部さんではない。
I'm not Okabe-san.
すいません京馬さんでも僕どうしたら
I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. But what should I...
お祓いを急げ。この前教えた通りにやればいい。
The exorcism! Hurry! Just do it! Like I told you.
はい
Okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukaku grasped the Onusa with both hands, as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well.
えっと
His face is red, and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but he's hesitating. Panicking because he feels unwell? It's amateur.
頼む。悪霊を俺の中から追い出してくれ。
Please, Luca, expel the spirit from me.
俺はお前を殺したくない。
I don't want to kill you. Lukaku starts crying. Looks like he's really worried. Please don't tell me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty. Like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up his eyes, it looks like Lukaku managed to work up his resolve.
悪霊よ
Hear me, evil spirit! He raises the Onusa up high, shaking it left and right.
岡部じゃなくて京馬さんから出て行ってください
Please leave from Okabe, I mean Kyoma-san.
おいいぞそのまま俺の腕に草草を当てろ
That's great, now strike my arm with those thick thugs. The tip of the Onusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this will be the cue from some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the tripping of cicadas.
ですか
Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped.
大丈夫だ悪霊は去ったようだよくやったなルカ子
I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Lukaku. Lukaku sits in relief and blushes.
お役に立ててよかったです
I'm glad I was able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the brown tube workshop for repairs. Dab and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase by myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. A 42-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone will want a bulky old CRT.
お
Pero bueno!
どうした岡部
Yo, what's up, Okabe? Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. He's the workshop manager, actually the owner of this whole building, Tenuji Yugo. I call him Mr. Brown. It's a fitting name for someone who loves brown tubes.
どうしたもこうしたもないですよあなたからもらったテレビが壊れた
What's up? The TV you gave me broke. That's right.
おめえ俺のブラウン管を乱暴に扱いやがったな
I bet you were treating it right, weren't ya? I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter.
愛が足りねえんだよ愛が
Love, you gotta treat it with love. A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. It sends shivers down my spine.
修理をお願いしたい最優先だ
I'll need repairs post haste.
相変わらず変な話し方だなおめえって
Man, why do you ever stay talk like that? Mr. Brown begins investigation the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. Tenemos un email. There are CRT screens everywhere. You've got mail. The Mayuri. I didn't want any of the other ghetto froggies, but I did want Fatty. Now that I think about it, it wasn't really that cute. Actually, it was kind of weird looking. I wonder why I wanted one so well. Hey, I just realized Fatty kinda looks like Daru-kun. Si le digo esto, ¿qué dice? Just the body, right? No comment on Darius' face. Do they even sell quiero fruits anymore? Vale. Change citizens. No puedo llamar a nadie. Vale, ya conocemos a Lukaku, a Mayuri, a Fongo y a Daru. ¿Quién es Faris? No lo sabemos, chat. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional, according to Mr. Brown. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screens and HD CRTs that came out just like before LCDs took the market.
今日は遅くまでやっているんですね。普通だったら夜7時には店じまいでしょ。
You open late today. Don't you usually close around 7? The crows in Akiba thin quickly at night. Perdón, no me he enterado de eso. ¿Cómo era que he hecho esquipeado sin querer? Aquí, vale. Backlog. The crows in Akiba thin quickly at night. All the major electronic stores close in around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the livelines of the day was simply lie, the town goes silent. I'm expecting someone. You mean that chipmunk of yours? Don't be calling my little kid a chipmunk, you hear? The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It is a picture of a young girl shyly making a peace sign on the camera. One might assume this Michael Batman to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again? If you touch my church, a ver. Sí. That's it, 9. A weird name that means to braid. She pops up at the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one that gets along with. Nai always hides when she sees me up there. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense an air of madness at such an early age. Mr. Brown makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photos. Once again, she returned my spine.
しかし、娘以外でこの工房に客が来ることがあるんですか?
But seriously, besides your daughter, has the workshop ever had a customer? I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I will be surprised if this place were actually making any money.
客がなんつうか
Ain't a customer. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that big answer.
ああ、これは多分基盤のハンダ浮きだな。直せろぜ。
There's probably just a loose solder on the board. I can fix it.
そうですか。ではよろしく。
Really? Well, then by all means.
待ってろ。見積もり書作ってやる。
Hold on, I'll get you an estimate.
金を取るのか?
What? You're charging me?
当たり前だろ。払わねえつもりだったのか。
What do you think? This ain't some charity.
このテレビはあなたからもらったものだぞ。
You're the one who gave us the TV.
だからなんだよ。アフターサービスまでタダでやってやるとは言ってねえぜ。
Yeah, so what? Never say that service it for free.
おのれ。自分の間近なオンボロを押し付けておいて、その言い草とは。
course you have some guts to say that after thrusting a half-broken piece of junk onto us.
うるせえな。だったら一つやってもいいんだぞ。家電リサイクル法で回収費ももらうけどな。
Oh, shut up. If you don't want it, I can take it back. Though I'll have to charge ya for its safe disposal.
横暴だぞ。人類史の未来を変えるやもしれぬ男からたかろうとは。
Extortion! You dare cheat the man who very well may change the future of mankind?
それ誰のことだ？
Huh? Who's that now?
俺のことに決まっているでしょ。
Me, of course. Who else?
ああ、磨いて寝ろよ、ガキ。そもそも2階をただ同然で貸してやってるこの俺にそういうこと言うとはいい度胸だな。
Brush your teeth and go to sleep, kid. You've got some nerve to be back talking when I'm letting you rent the second floor for next to nothing.
修理代は弾もう、ミスター・ブラウン。
You shall have your money, Mr. Brown. In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I heard the door open. I look up to see that a girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and thick shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly interested by her well-defined thighs. Wow. What's up?
うん。
Suddenly, the time stops. It feels like someone activated the world. Referencia a los yoyos otra vez.
あれ
Huh? The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Brown was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another doctor? Or there is his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat.
さっき電話したアマネです。
I called earlier. I'm a money. And just like that, time starts moving again.
ああ、バイトの面接したいとこな。俺が店長の天王寺だ。
Oh, so you're the kid for the job interview. I'm Tenuji, the manager.
バイトの面接だとこんな若い女性が
A job interview? This young woman?
この新規臭くておしゃれ感ゼロで繁盛もしておらずうるさいおっさんが店長のブラウン管工房にバイト希望だというのか
You want to work at the dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden brown tube workshop with this filthy old manager?
おめえ、
Wow,
来月から2階の家賃
se las tiró todas realmente, ¿eh? You want an extra 1,000 yen added to your rent?
俺は事実を言ったまでですよもっとも部外者が口を出す問題ではないが
My words are but the truth, though I suppose it's not my place to get involved.
しかしブラウン管工房がバイトを募集していたとはなこの暇さでは
Ay, otra vez,
そ
de
の必
verdad.
要性を全く感じないのだが
¿Cómo se hacía esto? Era aquí, aquí. Y... Ahí está. Vale. Vale, ahí está. Ya. Un momento. Es que ha entrado en el chat otro bot, como ayer. Anyway, I had no idea that the Brown Tubes workshop was hiring. You always look so free, I didn't know you needed the help.
ああ、それは私が電話で無理って頼んだんです。
Actually, I'm the one who begged for the job.
最
The
初は
girl
断ら
looks a
れた
little
んだけど
embarrassed.
店長さんにどう してもお願いしますって。
The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. That's honestly surprising.
今時珍しい若者がいたもんだよな。ま、そこの椅子に座んな、お嬢ちゃん。
Kids with driver were these days. Take a seat right there, young lady.
失礼します。
Oh, thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Brown hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic.
で、名前は何だって？
Right. What was your name again?
天音鈴葉です。
Amane Suzuha.
年は？
Age?
18。
18. Same as me.
学生？
Student?
ううん。
No. She shakes her head.
なんでうちで働きたいんだ？
Why do you want to work here?
ブラウン管が好きだから。
Because I love CRTs.
採用。明日から来い。
Hired just tomorrow.
それでいいのか。いいかこれはコントか。もしかして仕込みか。
Wait, what? It is some sort of word? Of joke? Are we on camera?
ありがとう、店長さん。
Thanks, boss. Finally, Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me.
ところでさ、君は誰？
Who are you?
俺のな。聞きたいというのか。いや、やめておけ。それを知ることで、お前にも最悪が降りかかるかもしれん。
You dare ask my name? Banish the thought from your heart, girl. To learn it will place your life in jeopardy.
これまでも多くの人が俺の名を知ったことで機関に狙われた。アメリカのサラ、イタリアのクラウディア、フランスのシモン。これ以上誰かを危険な目に合わせるわけには。
Vaya fricazo. Countless women have led my name only to find themselves targets of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simone in France. I won't put anyone else in danger.
おい、アホな妄想してんじゃねえよ。
Hey, stop pulling things out of your ass. He just doesn't understand my pain.
このバカ猫は2階に曲がりしてる岡部倫太郎ってんだ。
This idiot rents the second floor. Name's Okabe Rintaro.
岡部ではない。俺はホーイン。
My name is not Okabe, it's Hon!
うるせえ。家賃さらに1000円上乗せするぞ。
Quit it, or I raise your rent.
リンタロウだ。
I'm Okabe Rintaro. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression.
君を狙ってるその機関ってのが何なのかわかんないけど、
I don't know anything about this organization that's after you.
もし困ってんなら私に相談して。岡部倫太郎、そういうの慣れてるからさ。
But if you're ever in trouble, Okabe Rintaro, let me know. I can help with stuff like that.
は？
Huh? Stuff like what?
場合によっては手段を選ばず痛めつけてやることも可能だし。
If necessary, I can hurt them so bad they'll never bother you again.
ミスター・ブラウン。彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う。
Mr. Brown, I don't think you should hide.
ああ、物騒だな。騒ぎ起こしたらクビにするからな。そもそもその機関なんたらは岡部の創作だから本気にすんな。
Yeah, she might be a wild one. I'll fire her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, not that organization nonsense. It's all in Okabe's head.
創作？
It is?
せいぜいそう思ってるがいいさ。
You just keep thinking that. but someday the world will kneel before me. And then Amanesu stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye.
そういうのが流行ってんだ。勉強になったよ。
So that's the correct trend. Thanks for the tip. Trend? I don't think so.
That's it.
Hemos recibido un email de Lukaku. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony will have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much. I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidare. Esto que le dice, it wasn't bad. Just a little grungy, just some of the goals. You need to project dignity and confidence. Work on it. What will a traditional ceremony entail? I need details. Don't tell me it's an ancient forbidden secret. Don't worry, thanks for the exorcism, my right arm has been quiet for a while. Still, there's no telling what could set it off. If I'm forced to do battle again, let's just pray that the organization's assassins don't find me. Le voy a contestar lo de ceremony. What will the traditional ceremony entail? I need details. Don't tell me it's an ancient forbidden secret. Vale. Yo creo que voy a dejarlo aquí. Es la 1:30, horita y media más o menos, 1 hora y 27 minutos. Vamos a guardar. Voy a hacer un save. 1 hora y 32 minutos antes y ahora 2 horas y 48 minutos. O sea, 1 hora y poco. Vale. Hay 6 páginas. ¿Hay cuántos? 48 archivos de guardado. Bárbaro. Ins Datalog. ¿Qué es lo de ins? En insert. No. ¿Qué es lo de ins? ¿Qué botón es el ins? Generalmente no lo sé. Bueno. Vámonos para atrás. Configuración. Podemos hacer esto. Vale. Vale. ¿A quiénes conocemos ya? Kurisu, Mayuri, Suzuha, Luka. A Faris todavía no. A Moeka todavía no. A Rindaro claramente. A Itaru también. A Yuko también. Al Doctor también. O sea que nos faltan como 3, ¿no? A Moeka, a Faris y a Nae. Y ya. Vale. Pues vamos a dejarlo aquí, chat. Me lo he pasado muy bien, me está gustando. Y nada, hasta la próxima.